And now a Mexico moment with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is another Mexico moment with Nate and Alexis. I am Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And this is episode number 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nueve.
Yeah. How'd you like the new intro?
I love it. It's so nice. Thanks for including me.
Yeah. Yeah. If you listen to the other podcast, this was just it started off as a segment on the podcast. And so we had an intro for that. And we just never got around to updating it.
Yeah, I never even thought of it. So thank you for thinking of it. And it's fun.
Yeah. So I got you in there.
Woohoo.
Well, yeah, this weekend, it's been nice. I know we've talked before how we haven't had as many people coming in and visiting the last few weeks.
We have a nice little break.
Yeah, so a little break, hang out with our friends here.
Yeah.
Although we do miss our friends at home, so it's nice to see them.
We do.
Yeah, but so this weekend we kind of relaxed. Took Tiger to the beach.
Yeah,
Did we take 2 days? Did we do Friday and Saturday?
Friday and Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of beach days.
Last Friday was Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, CC.
And we didn't do much,
No.
obviously, because as we said, they don't really do Cinco de Mayo here in Mexico, or at least in this part of Mexico.
Yeah.
So we took Tiger to the beach.
Really nice weather. Beach looked good. Tiger loves the beach. It tires him out, so that was nice.
And I believe we took him on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Good son.
had a good time. Saw you in a little topless there.
Oh, hush your mouth.
My mother's listening.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, there's parts of our beach over here that I see it all the time, and I'm like, why am I sitting around with tan lines? Why don't I get a little sun on my little BBs, here and there?
Good for you. I'm proud of you. When we first came down,
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. I mean, it was hot, so I just remember being like, you don't have to dress up. I was like, let your boobies free.
Yeah.
You don't have to put on a bra if you don't want to. And it's sweaty.
I was definitely still super American, wearing the bra, everything. Now you can do whatever you want here. No one wears a bra.
Yeah,
I wear a
nobody
bra
cares either.
pretty much, most of the time. But it's usually just like a yoga bra or whatever. You don't have to go and wear the things that you wear at home because no one cares about nipples here. It's definitely free the nipple.
Yeah. But I think the first time you went topless was when we were in Greece, right?
Yeah, that was my first time. And then I'm pretty comfortable wearing a thong here now too.
Yeah.
You see it everywhere. People aren't gawking at you like, oh my God, she's a thong on, or oh, she doesn't have her top on. It's like, hey, it's Saturday, mind your own business. We're all out here chilling.
That was one of the really refreshing things here we've noticed is the body shaming thing. Really, I mean, I'm sure it happens, but it's not like a societal thing where everybody's hating on some, the overweight people or whatever. It's just. There are the really good looking beach bums that are, live in the gym and they have, rock hard bodies and stuff.
Of course.
But
that's everywhere.
There's every other kind of shape of person.
Exactly.
And nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody. It's too hot to give a fuck here.
Yeah. But at the beach or whatever, you can, have your belly hanging out. You can have your big old saggy boobies, whatever. Nobody cares. So it's very nice if you do come to visit Mexico. And I know you want to get in that beach body mode.
Yeah.
But you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't feel self-conscious because even if you do on the beach, you can look around and nobody is paying attention.
Everybody looks better with a tan. I love a good tan no matter what shape I'm in. Go get some sun. I don't care what you look like. But yeah, it's very accepting. It's very nice. So yeah, got a little tan here and there.
Yeah. So it's been nice. So yeah, but Cinco de Mayo, we ended up, if you saw our Instagram reel, or I think we posted on everything else too, the white people taco night.
Yes,
I just
that's
thought
what we did.
I saw that song a while ago, and
Perfect.
And we kind of had this craving for, we could have just gone out and got some tacos, we'll just kind of celebrate at home. And I mean, it's not like we're really celebrating anything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like an excuse, like in the U.S., it's an excuse to drink and eat tacos.
Yep.
So we're like, well, let's get some tacos. And we just had this craving. You know how you have that home comfort food that you crave, when you went away to college and then you come home and
I want a specific thing or specific style of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Every now and then we crave what we call white people tacos.
Crunchy tacos.
And we did not have the, what is it? Old El Paso taco shells.
Yeah, whatever those
The yellow box.
The yellow box. Yeah. We love crunchy tacos.
We didn't have that. Hard shell tacos really aren't a thing here.
And no, we don't have Taco Bell here. I know that is a silly question, but people ask us. There's no Taco Bell here.
No Taco Bell. They do not have hard shell tacos. No. They are, if anything, they'll have, it's basically the same thing, but it's tostada. Yeah. So you can get like tostada. It's
just flat.
Yeah, it's just like a big ass corn chip, basically.
Yeah, it's
That is the one. That is the one thing I feel like Americans have improved on the Mexican cuisine is the hard shell taco.
The hard shell taco.
But
that's not authentic. We kind of like made that. We made that up.
Yeah, I know. But I just saying. I think it is an improvement.
Yeah. I love a crunchy taco.
Because me too. I mean, and still it falls apart a little bit. But that's why I don't like the tostada as much because it's like a little flat disc and you take a bite out of it and it has a bunch of, maybe it has ceviche or whatever else is on top of it. You take a bite out of it, the whole thing crumbles and then just falls in your hand and you're just eating pieces out of your hand.
I don't know if we need to be taught how to eat a tostada, but I can't figure it out.
Yeah,
My stuff goes everywhere.
I don't want some hand nachos.
Yeah, it's like a salad afterwards or something, or like just a scoop.
So the white people taco night or white people tacos to me or to us is just you take the ground beef, you mix in that taco seasoning packet, whether it is a name brand or even just the Great Value or
low sodium. Always get the low sodium
or the Publix brand or whatever. So when we come back to the States, we usually grab a couple packets just for emergencies.
Smuggle them back.
Yeah, and honestly, another reason why we don't normally eat these is ground meat isn't super prevalent, at least in our like grocery store, like the grocery stores that we usually frequent. It'll be there.
See it a lot.
So it's usually more ground pork.
Yeah.
We
really don't see ground chicken or turkey.
Ground chicken we've seen a couple times. Ground turkey I've never seen. Yeah. And then ground res, or what is it in English?
Beef.
Ground beef. So that's usually what you make tacos out of, but we haven't been able to find it. But for Cinco de Mayo, we found some ground beef.
Yay.
And so we're like, let's make fucking white people tacos. So we made our own hard shells.
Yep.
What I do is I'll take soft shell taco and I'll put it over like the little slats in the oven.
Yeah.
And so it's hanging over them. So the two.
We have like a little conventional oven.
Yeah, we just have
perfect.
A little kind of conventional toaster oven type of thing, and just put it in there for a couple minutes, and it eventually like the sides fold down, and then it gets hard. So pretty close. So you do that, but
sometimes they get a little fluffy. But
that's just those flour ones.
Oh, gotcha.
But what else do we put on them? Just typical sour cream, shredded cheese, salsa, all the things that they don't really use in Mexico.
All the sauces.
Or at least in our part.
I know. Now I like I like rice on my tacos and I like corn. We usually see that here. Yeah. I like to put those on my tacos.
Rice, not really here. And everything is kind of regional. Like I think up by the border, they use rice in their tacos and burritos and things like that.
Yeah.
They don't really do cheese or sour cream. They do crema.
No, like shredded cheese on everything. There's not a lot of that.
If anything, there's like a little like dusting of like Oaxaca cheese or something.
Still good.
Or even like what's the cheese that's in Mexican street corn? Cojita.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Cojita. I think it's cojita.
Cojita? Yeah.
But it's kind of like that. Like they'll put a little bit of that on there.
Mexico has some really good cheeses from all over, and it's amazing.
There's a lot of cheeses I just didn't even know what they were.
Yeah.
Like we eat this Manchengo cheese. I don't even think I've ever even heard of it before that.
I love Oaxaca cheese.
Yeah, me too. And then Chihuahua. That's a good cheese. But
these are all cheese.
I'm not a cheese person, or I'm not like a cheese connoisseur, so I don't really know. Like obviously, like our friend Marlos, she's from Europe, so they're all into there's the French cheeses and the Belgian cheeses. And,
very knowledgeable.
Yeah, so but I enjoy them. But they were good tacos. That's basically all we did for Cinco de Mayo, and then we went to 2 different birthday parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 birthday parties that week, but yeah.
Yeah, 3. Where one of them, our friend accidentally threw her phone away.
Oh no! Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened there?
Yeah. So lovely birthday party. We all went to dinner. Go to our friend Stephanie's house after that for like some cake and drinks and everything, and then next morning we get some texts saying oh, great night, thanks for hosting, Stephanie, wonderful cakes, everybody's happy birthday, Kristen, this and that, and then Stephanie's No, nothing. We don't hear anything from her. And it's been a while. And we're like, hey, are you okay? Are you hungover? What's going on? No phone. She messages us on her laptop on WhatsApp. She can't find her phone. She's looking at, like the Find My Phone thing. I think she said she had an Android. So she's looking on there and she sees, it's, outside, out front pretty much by her like trash area. Oh my God, must have dropped it when I took out the trash. She goes out there. It's not there. She thinks it's in like the trash.
Yeah, like it fell off the counter during the party or something like that, or in the morning when she's cleaning, maybe.
Yeah, or maybe she took it. To me, I thought she said she took it out like with the trash. She took the trash out last night, so maybe when she threw it, she threw her phone. She forgot she had it in her hand or didn't realize it slipped. So either someone got it or it went with the trash the next morning.
Well, you were saying that she said it was on like 8th Street. At one point,
True,
like she could see it moving.
It was moving,
so
yeah.
I
and
think
not till that morning.
Yeah, I think what happened is I think maybe it fell into the trash at some point, maybe when she was cleaning or something.
Yeah.
And I think she's saying she took it out with the trash, like it was in the trash, and took it out, and because she was having her boyfriend call it to just so she could find it.
Yeah.
And I think the trash guys or somebody heard it in the trash bag and probably heard it ringing and then just tore it open.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's the worst. Now it's in Ohio, I think, right?
Yeah, she was like the phone, not even like because we're like, you can have a VPN or whatever. But it was actually showing, AT&T could see it showing in Ohio. So I don't know how it got there in like a day.
Well, I'm sure a good citizen, a good Samaritan just grabbed it up and was going to get it back to her.
Yeah, maybe a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, I doubt that.
No.
Oh, man, that's too bad. Hopefully she gets a new phone soon.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, but then the other birthday parties, I wasn't able to make the first one because I was working on a project, but you went. It was a rooftop pool party.
Yeah, rooftop
Looked
pool
really
party.
fun.
Really fun. Good view. I could see our house from there.
Yeah, super close. And then our second party we went to was our friend Jorge, actually Mary Lou. It's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
So it's her boyfriend. So they had a barbecue in over, and I love these like Mexican barbecues because they just get every type of meat.
Yep.
What was that one called that we got?
It's always a fun, messy time. We're in the pool, we're all sweating, we're drinking, they're grilling, all types of meat. Everybody's making like sides, guacamole and potatoes and corn and different things.
I think it was michiote.
Yeah.
And that is a traditional pit barbecued meat dish served in the basin of Mexico where the meat is cooked inside of a wrapper. Traditionally, it's in the outer skin of an agave leaf. But it was really good. We had some of that, some carne asada. We had some salchicha, some sausages.
I had like a bite of everything. It was amazing.
Yeah, so good. So good. But while we were there, for some reason, I don't know why I decided to bring this, and I can't remember who gave this. Was a listener of the radio station, and I apologize if you're listening. I can't remember who gave me this, but it was a beer bong, which I have multiple.
Like a travel beer bong.
Yeah, but this is a beer bong. I can't remember what the name of it was on there. It's for a bottle though.
Yeah.
So it has like a mouthpiece of a beer bong and then the tube that comes out and then it suctions onto the beer bottle. So you just turn the beer bottle upside down and there's a little carb on it, kind of like a pipe.
Yeah.
On the bottom, and when you're ready to go, you release the little carb, and then the beer comes in, and then so you can chug a bottle in like 2 seconds if you wanted to.
So convenient.
Yeah. So I brought it to this party because these are all drinkers, and they
love beer.
Yeah, especially with like the Mexican lagers and stuff. So if you chug a couple, it's not going to be a big deal. So I figured it'd be a good thing to bring to the party. I'd never brought it there before.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I introduced beer bonging to Mexicans.
I'm pretty sure you did because they went nuts.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Yeah. It's most didn't know what it was when we talked about
Didn't understand.
And then I kind of had to give some instructions on like how to do it. You turn it around.
You did a couple demos, so I think you got a little buzz.
Yeah. And then I think almost all of our friends tried it and did not go well.
No,
I mean, it's hard the first time if you don't know how it works, but
you're like a professional. I don't do it. It would go everywhere. I can't do it. I'm not a good chugger, but the average person I feel like is not a good chugger as well, especially with, a device or like something.
Yeah. But yeah, our friends, the birthday boy, they all chugged it and just the beer started squirting out the sides.
Everyone was soaked.
Oh my God. It was great.
I'm glad we ended up in the pool because everyone's just covered in beer.
Oh man.
But the best part was everyone's like, okay, I'm going to try it again. And everyone did. Even one of the girls, I can't remember her name, she did it. She's doing a beer bong in a skirt, in a dress, sitting with her legs crossed, like a lady, just chugging these beers. She did it a couple of times. I think the first time she got
but
it.
But they all tried it again because it's like the first time didn't really know how it worked and it's spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
But they wanted to try again and do it correctly. And I think they all did.
Yeah,
but,
sitting seemed better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I believe we introduced beer bonging to this part of Mexico.
They were like, "Where did you find this?" I'm like, "College. This is where we get these. College."
The one thing the American education system has taught us is how to bong some motherfucking beers.
Yeah, they were like, "College, okay." I'm like, "This is what we do in college."
Oh man, but yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was great.
Actually, this weekend, tomorrow we're going to this thing called the Sacred Mayan Journey.
Yeah,
and we've talked about Xcaret before. That's this eco park that we have season passes to. Yeah. And they do a couple like special shows a year that we can get into for free. And one of them is Dia de Muertos, is the Day of the Dead. Yep. And then this other one is the Sacred Mayan Journey. And I hadn't really heard a lot about this.
Yeah. You're like, what is that?
And so, I was like, it's coming up this weekend. Let's go to it. So I go online to reserve tickets, which took fucking forever with getting hung up on and on accident. But anyway, so
they usually have really good customer service, but they weren't getting what we wanted to do.
And so the Sacred Mayan Journey is Cozumel is the island right off the coast here, and there are some Mayan ruins out there. There's Mayan ruins here on the mainland side. Mm-hmm. So I guess this was a ceremony they did once a year where they, in their kind of carved out wood boats, those like canoe type things where it's just a carved out tree. Canoe. They had this ceremony where they will
paddle canoe.
Yeah.
Canoe,
paddle, whatever. Yeah, I guess canoe across the channel, I guess, to Cozumel. Mm-hmm. This eco park.
Pretty far. It's a 45-minute ferry ride. So I can't imagine how long that takes.
It would take quite a while, I think.
Yeah.
We were doing a little bit of research on it, and it looks like this was a tradition that hasn't been done for like 500 years. It's like with the Mayan people, and this eco park decided to start it up again. I think in 2006. So I think they're the only ones that do it, but it should be a pretty cool thing. So I reserved the tickets, and the park opens at like 8:30, I think, and closes at actually they have the night show, so it technically closes at 9.
Yeah, like 9 or 10.
Yeah. So the guy says, I'm doing the chat, so he's texting me or typing to me, and he says, it starts at 5 a.m. So be there like 20 minutes early. And I'm like,
excuse me?
Wait, what? Like, I'm like, he had to have messed it up because a lot of times they use military time here.
Yeah.
So I was like, he probably just mixed up the AM PM, like that, that 5 o'clock. That's probably when they start doing it, 5 p.m.
Yeah. Because the other show's at like 7. So we're thinking, okay, it's probably like a afternoon evening show or something.
Right. And this happened to be one of the ones that I got hung up on, whatever you call it, disconnected, I guess, from when I was chatting with him.
From the chat.
Yeah. So I have to open up a new chat and talk to a different person to make sure my tickets went through. And they said, okay. And I was like, oh, okay. What time does this all start? Mm-hmm. They said, oh, well, the guys should be getting in the water about 5:30. So you probably want to be there like 4:15 p.m. a.m. Oh. And I said, a.m.? They're like, oh, yeah, they start in the morning. And I'm like, duh, dumbass. Like, this makes sense. It's going to take all fucking day to go. They're going to do this at night and like paddling in the dark.
Come on back.
So we got to get up at like 3:30 in the morning tomorrow.
I'm so excited.
I know, but come on. Like, not everybody gets to do this. They only have so many tickets, and we got 2 for free.
Why is it got to be so early?
Dude.
You sleeping a little bit?
Well, hey, I mean, at least you are not paddling.
No,
could be
true,
worse.
True.
So that should be pretty fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. We watched a little video on their website, on the Xcaret website. It looks awesome.
Yeah. So it should be a good weekend. I don't think, do we have anything else? Oh, and then we're going over to Cozumel on Sunday to do some...
The Sunday Funday crew.
Yeah, to do some relaxation and eat some tacos and
stuff. Got some Sunday Funday crew friends in town and see the other
We're
ones.
Not paddling. We're taking the ferry.
We will take the ferry. I'll pay my little ticket.
All right, let's go ahead and get to some listener questions.
All right. First question. What kinds of tourist scams have you seen and how to spot them and avoid them? That's from Luis A.
Oh yeah, that's our listener friend from Panama. What's up, man? Good question. Yeah, there's a couple little. I mean, there's scams everywhere. Anywhere there's tourism, they try to get that tourist money. But little ones, I mean, just at bars, kind of have to watch out. Not every bar, just certain ones. You kind of get a feel for it. Sometimes I think this is an accident. Sometimes I think it's on purpose. But you might find like an extra beer or two on your bill. Yeah. Sometimes I think it's just, if you're with a group of people and you do separate tabs, they might just put it on the wrong tab by accident, which, totally common anywhere.
People have told us that here. You always check your tab, but I think you do that anywhere. Yeah. Like give it a look over.
But some other times I think maybe if you've been drinking, maybe they add an extra one on there just to get a little bit more out of you.
Super drinky monkey.
So just make sure you check your bill if you're going out and about. I'm trying to think what else. Getting gas, that's a huge scam point. If you rent a car and you're getting gas, always pay cash. Do not use your card. And when you get get to the pump, get out and stand there while they're. Oh, by the way, every gas station here is full service.
Yep.
So you do not pump your own gas. There'll be a guy pumping gas for you. So that's who you have to watch. And they're doing a lot better now. They're very proactive of telling you, say, hey, look at the little screen, see how it says 0, because that's one of the scams is they enter in how many or how much money you've given them or that you want pumped, and they can maybe, let's say you say, oh, I want 500 pesos, and they'll put that in, but they can start the pump at like 300.
Yeah.
So you'll only be getting 200 pesos, but you and then they'll give you the 500 and then they'll pocket the difference. Yeah. So that's one of them. But now they're getting better at showing you like, hey, look, see, it's at 0. But always the best thing to do is get out of the car and just kind of stand there and, just act like you're doing whatever, getting something out of the back seat or whatever. And just make sure that they know that you're being aware. Yeah. Because one time we were on a road trip and we'd been getting gas, multiple times all around the Yucatan. Yeah. And this one time I didn't get out, and we were with like 4 other people, and the full service guy was talking to us, and he was like, oh, how do you like Valladolid? And he's going back and forth.
Oh yeah, with Lisa.
Yeah. And I didn't get out, and we'd been putting 500 pesos in the rental car every time. And so I knew exactly how much it was going to bring the needle back up to. Yeah. And it wasn't at that. Yep. So we were down the road, maybe a couple blocks, right?
Yep. And we were all like, turn around. We're going back. Do we go back? Do we not? Yeah. Turn around. We're going back.
So just to let you guys know how we did handle it, we didn't go back and accuse them of trying to scam us or anything, because that's not going to work. So we went back and we said, sir, I think maybe there's a malfunction with the pump. Yeah, we gave you 500 and we didn't get enough. I think we only got like 300. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me fix that right away. And he put in another 200 pesos. So if he wasn't scamming us, he would have said no. Yeah. Like he just decided to give us more gas out of the goodness of heart. No, fuck no. You got caught. You tried to scam us.
Yeah. So. He's like, carry on. Bye-bye.
So gas stations is another one. Lex, do you have any that you can think of? I got one more if you don't.
I think like walking down Fifth, all the people that want to sell you like the ferry tickets, you can just get them at the ferry port.
That's not even, it's
not really a scam.
Not a scam, but it's, kind of like it irritates when you get there and you're like, oh, it was cheaper here.
Yeah, you can't get any cheaper than the ferry port.
This isn't really a scam, but if you are staying at an all-inclusive resort and you're walking down Fifth Avenue, which is the pedestrian street here with all the shops and everything, the shop owners that are selling whatever, trinkets, clothing, bags, who knows?
Yeah, everything.
They'll say, hey buddy, remember me from the Hilton? I served you. And they make you think that they know you from the hotel you're staying at.
Oh, hey,
and so
what's going on?
They're like, how else would they know what hotel I'm staying at? I must have known this. So then they go over and he's like, come into my shop. Let me show you what I have. Yeah. So they try to build that relationship with you. But the scam is they know all of the wristbands that every all-inclusive resort puts around your wrist. So they can recognize it and know exactly if you're at Hilton, if you're at the Wyndham, if you're
they know the color, they know the logo, all of them.
Yeah. So it's not like they're scamming you, but it's like a tactic. So just be aware of that. And the very last one that I've never seen in person, but I've seen people talk about it on Facebook and stuff is the ketchup scam. And what happens is
yeah.
somebody
Sounds weird.
will squirt ketchup, like open a ketchup packet, squirt it on your shirt on your back, and come over to you with some napkins and say, "Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. Like you got some ketchup on your shirt." And so you turn around to like look at it. It's usually like on the back of your shoulder, and they give you napkins. And so while you are like dabbing up your like the back of your shirt, they're reaching in your pocket and taking your wallet or whatever else you got in there.
Why is there ketchup on the back of my shirt?
But you don't think about that. If you turn around, let's say you got a white shirt or whatever it is, and you see ketchup on it, you're like, ah, shit. The last thing you're thinking about is this good Samaritan is trying to steal my wallet.
Oh, I would have. I'd been like, stay away, stranger danger.
Yeah, so you wouldn't get scammed.
No.
But yeah, so those are just a couple.
Just a couple little things. You got to be aware, just like anywhere.
And it's really just be aware of your surroundings. It's not even these scams. It's just like anything. Just know what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Just pay attention.
Pay attention or try to.
Okay, next one.
Next question. What's your biggest tip for a family wanting to move to Mexico from the U.S.? And what would your opinion be on living in Cozumel for an American? And that is from Anna P.
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because we're not a family with like kids or anything. So I don't, and we don't have kids. I've had two different schools of thought on this. My first instinct when I see a lot of people post this in our like expat Facebook groups and stuff is like, hey, I have like 3 kids and they're, 5, 8, and 10 or something. Yeah. How do we move to Mexico? Or we want to move to Mexico. My first thought has always been, that's kind of shitty. Like, I don't know if it like, but you want to take your young children away from their friends and everything they know into a place they don't speak the language. Everything is completely different.
Yeah,
like
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot to take on.
I've like in the past, I've always had that mindset, like just let your kids be kids. If you want to do that when you get older, or they're a little bit older and you feel like they could handle a little bit better, then do it then. So that's what I've always thought. But now I've kind of changed my mind a little, not changed my mind, but I'm open to the other thought of, well, a lot of times the kids that grow up in different cultures are way better people than maybe somebody that didn't.
Or just more mature, more educated, more worldly,
so better people.
Yeah. I mean,
I just mean they're going to be more accepting of different cultures. They're going to be able to speak multiple languages. Yeah. They're going to just understand how things work where that's not like when they get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
If they grew up in a small town their whole life, and then they're going to have a harder time maybe adjusting to a bigger city or another country or just traveling at all.
Yeah.
So there is something to be said about them being a little bit more worldly and they might be better. So I guess it just depends on how you think about it. But, if I was going to give any tips, it's kind of hard for me because I don't have children, but I would say there are different schools here where, there's local schools, there's world schools, there's like, European private schools and stuff. So I would say do some research on what types of schools are in whatever city you're looking to move to in Mexico. And join these expat groups on Facebook. There's like this mom gang one or something.
There's a bunch of different
ones.
And
they all will give very good advice that this school is good. This one isn't. This is what you need. This is some extracurricular activities your kid could get into.
There's definitely moms and dads. There's families here doing that from other countries. We see people from all over with their kids here and, they're just doing their thing. Yeah.
So I would say if you do decide to do that, there'll be plenty of kids here for them to hang out with and play with and stuff. And
we see kids from all over.
Yeah. So I would just say, check in on the schools. If you are thinking about doing that and it's maybe a little bit out, get your kids in on some kind of, maybe, I don't know if they're in school, they're taking Spanish classes, but get them on Spanish. They're going to learn way quicker as a child.
I'm sure they're already on it.
So I would say that, you got anything to add to that, Lex?
And as for the Cozumel part, living on Cozumel, we've stayed there a bunch. We visit there a lot, pretty much every other weekend, it seems like. But, it's just you're on an island. So there's going to be things you can get, things you can't. There might be not as many school options there, but same thing. We always see, there are kids there. There's people that have lived there for 30 plus years. We have friends that have lived there. So.
Yeah. And it's a little more slow and low there. Yeah. Which is
a little smaller, a little easier.
Yeah, just a little more relaxed. So, Playa is a little bit bigger. There's all the tourists that are coming in, the nightclubs and everything like that. There, I don't feel like as many people will come down from Cancun an hour then take the ferry 40 minutes over to go to Cozumel. So you might have a little bit more relaxed life like in that regard, but also it's a cruise port hub. So there's going to be a lot of people just in and out on the day. So one day there might be 10 or not 10, but 4
Usually
or 5.
There's like 5. Yeah.
And it's super busy and there, there's a lot of people around on the roads and everything. And then there's some days it's like a ghost town.
Yeah.
But for living there, totally safe. We have some of our best friends live there. We go there like every other weekend.
Yeah, we love it.
We go to Cozumel as like a little vacation for us from here because it is a little bit more relaxed, a little bit slower.
Snorkeling, prettier waters.
Yeah. But then I feel like the people that live there come to Playa to get a little bit more of the city life.
Yeah.
More restaurant options, more nightclubs and beach clubs and things like that. So my opinion on living in Cozumel, totally could do it.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason we didn't move there, or we kind of thought about it for a while, was just we thought we might get bored.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest island. It's not small by any means, but it's not the biggest island, and
there's only so much to do. So
yeah, we're like, how many times can I, go snorkeling and rent a scooter and drive around the island every day? But
I guess we're doing the same shit here too. So
but that's why I like it from here is we can just go over there for the day, and it's kind of like a little vacation, and we're not like burnt out on it.
It's fun.
Yeah, so I would definitely say if you're interested, do it. But any of these things, whether moving to Mexico in general or Cozumel, go visit first. Go stay a week, stay 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Don't just stay like 2 days and be like, I want to move here, because you're going to be in vacation mode. It's like everybody wants to move wherever they go to vacation.
Be there every day. How are we getting groceries? How are we getting water? How are we doing this? Laundromat, all that stuff. And
that's like what we did here, even though it was like when we moved here, we stayed in an Airbnb for a month to try to like figure out where we wanted to. We knew we wanted to live here because I've been coming here for 20 plus years. You'd been coming here for 5 plus years. So we know the area very well.
Right.
We just wanted to know which neighborhood, so we got an Airbnb. But that's my advice. I would stay for a while if you're looking at that.
I think it's definitely, something that people are exploring now, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with my parents, traveling with me around, I guess.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Would have been cool.
Yeah. But I mean, you think about some people that get moved in high school from one school to the other, and it's like a huge upset. Can you imagine moving to another country where you didn't speak the language or know the culture or anything like that?
Yeah.
Might be a little stressful.
That would be a little stressful.
But then there's some people that'll thrive in that. It's all personality based.
That's what my parents did to me. Moved me from Pittsburgh to Columbus, Ohio, starting my 8th grade year. It's traumatizing.
That is. It's tough. For sure. All right. Last one.
All right. Last question. This is from Stephen D. Where is the next place y'all would consider living? If you haven't considered Thailand, I definitely suggest it. Very cheap cost of living, big expat community, nightlife. They just legalized bud. Check out Pattaya.
Sounds good to me.
Something.
I ain't Thai.
Pattaya. One of the most fun places I've ever been. The Thais are awesome people too.
Yeah.
Very cool, Steven. We it's on the list.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
It's
I
on
mean,
the
I
bucket
would.
list.
I don't know if I would consider living there yet because I've never been.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about it.
But I will say the places people usually talk about are Mexico, Costa Rica, and Thailand.
Yeah.
Or anywhere in the Pacific.
For sure.
Bali, places like that. But everybody just says how cheap it is. So nice. Like I remember our friend Alex that came from. I think he came from Bali, or maybe it was Thailand.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
One or the other.
But he was like, when he came to Mexico, oh my God, it's so expensive here.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
And we kind of just got here. We're like, it's so cheap.
Yeah. We're like, what are you talking about? But he came from there and he was talking, he's like, oh yeah, I get a massage an hour on the beach for $5.
Yeah.
You can get
what?
dinner for like $2. It's just like ridiculous. So, and it looks beautiful. So, we haven't really considered living anywhere else. I mean, we've looked at other places in Mexico to maybe get out of the area, the touristy area that we're in.
Yeah.
But the thing that comes along with touristy areas is the good infrastructure, the Wi-Fi. The electricity that's consistent, So, I don't know.
You may have not thought about living anywhere else, but I definitely have.
Oh, where'd you want to live?
You know where I want to move. I've said it every day since last September. Greece.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess, I could live in Greece. It wasn't like any cheaper than here. It's
We'd have
like,
to, sock away some money or keep keep working, like be working, consistently working.
The only thing I worry about there is it gets cold in Greece.
It does. It was chilly when we were there.
Because there's a lot of people that come from Europe here to vacation, and I'm like, y'all have beautiful beaches and stuff over there, but they're like, the water's cold.
It's cold. The water was cold. The wind. Oh my God. The wind in Greece everywhere was just insane. But as soon as I was there, I'm like, I want to live here. As soon as we got back, I want to live there.
I would live in Europe too. I think it's so cool that they can just take trains in between countries, basically.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, we're going to Hungary today.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
hey,
amazing.
You guys want to go over to Germany and do Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll go up to Ireland and hit some whiskey distilleries. I mean,
we're
it's
going
awesome.
here for the weekend. Yeah. That would be fun.
Yeah. So I would say I would be interested in Thailand.
Yeah.
We got to travel there first.
Thailand is definitely on the bucket list to visit, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So Steven, I know we talk on Instagram sometimes, so maybe I'll reach out to you if we decide to make that trip and get some advice for that.
Oh, for sure. Sounds like you know what you're talking about, Steven.
Yes.
So we will ask for all the tips.
All right, Lex, you ready for the Mexican slang of the day?
I am. Let's do it.
The Mexican slang of the day is brought to you by Inspect All Pest Services. Inspect All Pest Services provides high-quality termite, pest, and wildlife control. But that's not all they do. Inspect All can take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding area. Don't forget to mention the BS and get 10% off. You can reach Inspect All at 770-483-2420. That's 770-483-2420. All right, Lex, you ready?
I am ready.
Today's Mexican slang of the day is naco.
Oh, what?
Naco.
Oh.
N-A-C-O. This is a Mexican slang for someone who is with a tacky or poor attitude and is considered less sophisticated than the average person.
Oh, wow.
So most of the time, a naco acts unpleasantly and is not well educated. And I've been told it's a close equivalent to ghetto.
Ah, okay.
So like, you're acting ghetto. So
Gotcha.
yeah, I think it's like ghetto, trashy, whatever.
Gotcha.
But so you could say like, te ves muy naco, which means you look really trashy.
Oh, lovely.
Just in case you're going out of the house and you want to insult your friends.
I love it. Next time I'll be like, Nate, you like this outfit?
And if any of you Mexicans out there, if we're pronouncing this wrong, just let us know.
Oh yeah, always let us know. We are actively trying to learn Spanish, and we care about pronunciation, and we try.
Yes.
We're trying to, so let us know.
Yeah, I don't want to sound naco.
No. Perfect.
I don't want to sound trashy or ghetto.
No.
All right, well, that's it for this week. Make sure you follow us on social media, the BS at Hanson's on Hiatus. Go to our website, podcastthebs.com, and subscribe as a premium 2%er. And you get commercial-free episodes. You get the episodes earlier, and you'll be the first to know about everything else. So with that being said, Lex, you got anything else before we get out of here?
I have to say, Happy Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day on Sunday, right? Or is it Monday? Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Because it was on... What was it? Wednesday, Mexican Mother's Day.
Yes, Mexican Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So happy Mother's Day to, my mom, Cindy, and Jackie.
Yeah, and all the little mamitas out there.
All the mamitas. Happy Mother's Day.
All right, we're get out of here. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week, and happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
Get off my lawn! It's old man Kevin, and the BS is done for right now.
Please share, like, and support podcastthebs.com.
Now, get out of here.